In the backdrop of the terror attack in Pahalgam in Jammu and Kashmir, India is looking closely at the role of Pakistan, the security establishment in Pakistan and the Pakistani army, because in the security establishment in India, almost everyone believes that such an attack could not have been possible without launch pads facilitated by the Pakistani military across the border. And therefore, the role of the Pakistani army, the role of the Pakistani military in conducting such terror attacks and being a sponsor of terror is not something that is new information. It's always been looked at, and it's still being looked at in connection with this terror attack. But what has happened is that in the next few days, the Pakistani Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar is expected to be in Bangladesh. And why is this also being looked at closely? Well, in 1971, during the liberation war in Bangladesh, the Pakistani army suffered a drubbing, a humiliating defeat in which they had to surrender. And since then, they haven't found any footing in Bangladesh. And this is something that the Pakistani military has always wanted. They wanted some kind of presence in Bangladesh, which was earlier known as East Pakistan before the liberation. And their nefarious designs and of course the intentions are always known. Now, Bangladesh recently, under the current regime of Mohammad Yunus, who's the chief advisor to the interim government of Bangladesh, has pitched for stronger ties with Pakistan. And this extends to cooperation in the defense sector. What this means is that perhaps if this cooperation does materialize, then the Pakistani army and the Pakistani military could smell an opportunity to claw its way back into Bangladesh. And that is something that security establishment believes would be an opportunity for the Pakistani army to further target India from the eastern side. Now, obviously, Ishaq Dar is visiting Bangladesh, and he'll be there over the weekend. And this is a meeting that's taking place at this level after a long time. So, apart from the optics, and of course, Bangladesh, as we know, in recent times has pivoted towards China and even Pakistan at the cost of India. So, this is being looked at closely. There are other developments within Bangladesh which are also being looked at closely, and that includes, the whole issue of radicals and terror accused being released from prisons. Now, these are Pakistan-backed radicals, Pakistan-backed terror accused who have been released, including the chief of the Ansarullah Bangla team, which is known as an Al-Qaeda in the subcontinent affiliate, and therefore it's Pakistan-backed. And they have been trying to target India, and also in recent times, there was an operation in Assam and West Bengal where members of the ABT were arrested. And the suspicion is that Pakistan for a long time has not only eyed the western border, but also has eyed the eastern border to try and cause disturbances in India. And therefore, if they have a footing, if they find a way to claw back into Bangladesh, the Indian security establishment believes that Pakistan military would try and facilitate, terror attacks even through the eastern border. And therefore, how far this cooperation goes, what Bangladesh offers to Ishaq Dar is something that Indian security establishment, Indian strategic experts will be closely watching, given the fact that this is a visit that comes at such a level after a long time. Also, Bangladesh has reiterated its commitment to the global war on terror. But in recent times, terror accused have been released from jail. This is something that the former Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina, has pointed out. So obviously, this is something that India is watching closely, especially this visit, and what kind of offers are made to Pakistan and what kind of cooperation is Bangladesh and Pakistan looking at is something that the Indian security establishment will be closely watching, given the fact that while Bangladesh has reiterated its commitment to global war on terror, whether it walks the talk vis-a-vis Pakistan specifically, which is known as the hub of terror, is something that will be known in the days to come during this visit. What stance Bangladesh takes would also make that position of Bangladesh a little more clearer. So, this is something that the Indian security establishment is looking at closely. The Pakistani Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar visits Bangladesh and Dhaka, close on the heels of the terror attack in Pahalgam. What kind of message is being sent out is something that we will know once this visit gets underway over the weekend. But the Indian security agencies and Indian establishment would be clearly watching the developments in Dhaka as well when the Pakistani foreign minister visits. For more such videos where we go beyond the headline and look at the context in which the news developments are taking place, stay tuned to NDTV's YouTube platform. For all the news and updates, stay tuned to NDTV. Thank you so much for watching.